Hey, good morning, good morning. Wow, big crowd this morning. If you want to chat, make sure you're a subscriber. That's the only requirement. But morning, Dan, Jason, Al, Michael, Patrick, Francois, Kevin, David. Morning, morning, everybody. How's it going? Whew. What a weekend, right? It was a whirlwind for the Turnmeyer family. Obviously, doing a big trip out to Texas, bury my father-in-law, and the girls still not back yet. They stopped in New Orleans last night. Hopefully, get home today. We'll see. So they're out there traveling the world. So Kimberly probably not on here this morning. Maybe she is. Maybe she's not. I don't know. I guess she'll let us know. Anyway, glad to have you. Glad to have you. Let's jump into all trading involves a substantial risk of loss. Past performance, not necessarily indicative of future results. I may be full of garbage and crap. Remember, anything I predicted in the past may not happen again. But this presentation here is intended to be informational, educational, and fun. It is not a recommendation to buy or sell any financial instrument. If you desire personal financial advice, hire and consult a financial advisor. So, morning, Valerie. Glad you like it. All right. Let's talk about... Let's check out this right here. I'm always leery when everybody tips the boat one way or the other. If you haven't caught on to that, it's one of the key things that I'm always watching. Now, this is NASDAQ 100 net long. This is, when I talk about NQ, this is NQ, all right? These are CFTC, sources, Deutsche Bank, Haver. So this is asset managers plus leveraged funds, all right? Approximately their positions. What does this mean? Well, look back here. When we topped out in November, they were net long, stayed net long, well into the dip in January, and then went net short, came back net long, went back big net short, and then the market reversed on them right there in October, and now we're back up here. Are we going to do another one of these? Or are we going to do one of these or something else? All right, the market doesn't tend to go up and make a bunch of people a bunch of money if everybody's expecting it to go up and make a bunch of money. It's just, in a chaotic environment, that's just not what happens. Now, we can, look back here. The market kept going up higher as the CTAs were net short. Net short, net short, net short, gave up, went net long, and then the market rolls over. This is just the way it works. All right. Caution, we could be topping. That's the moral of the story. Caution, we could be topping. Even though it seems like relentless going higher, we could roll over. Now, another interesting thing here, U.S. net speculative position in 2, 5, 10-year treasuries futures. Way negative. Most negative we've been in ever. That's 2000 right there. So treasuries net short in a big way, really big way. That can reverse very hard, very quickly. Kind of like what we saw right back here in 2019. That was not, I don't think that was COVID. So it could have been, I don't know. I don't have the fine grain ability on here. Looks like, yeah. But I would be very cautious right here. Those treasuries, super negative, and they can reverse hard, very hard. This is also interesting right here. This is percent point difference between S&P 500 and the equal weighted S&P 500. We have the biggest current outperformance since 1999. It's comparing S&P 500's performance against equal weighted S&P 500's performance. Have not seen this big outperformance since 1999, and I hope everybody remembers what happened in the 2000 area, why this big down spike is here. .com bust and great financial crisis, right? We can go higher. This does not have to be the top yet. this thing can get more outrageous, as we see right over here. All right, 98 was actually more outrageous. We could have a more outrageous 98 type situation, followed up with a 99 situation, and then see the ultimate big crash. So reversal hard would equate to what direction in the stock market? That's the treasuries aren't the stock market, my man. That's reversal in treasuries. We can look at those here in just a minute. Now, gross domestic income suggests that the U.S. is in a recession. I don't know about you, but income is what I have. I don't get paid in gross domestic product. I get paid in income. And our gross domestic incomes have been on a decline for a while. All right. Real GDI, the yellow number peaked back here in 2020, indicates we're having a rough time. And we did get a little spike right back here and toward the end of 2021, third quarter, but all of 2022 pretty much been down. We had a little bump in the summer of 22, but those are negative numbers. So we, the people, are experiencing negative income on gross domestic income. Feels like it, right? So what does that mean? Ultimately, a recession probably is or has happened, which I don't know. Somebody been talking about that, you know. I don't know. Maybe watch some of my old videos. ES, morning Pat, morning Michael, morning Valerie, morning everybody. ES has this pattern, probably going to go up into this zone right here. This is a 1 hour chart. Looks like we've kind of done this pattern. I'm sorry I was out Friday, had some family business to attend to. Kind of consolidated here. And looks like we're going to get this final pop, probably in this 4260 to 4285 area. Could possibly extend up to 4300. And then that's probably going to be at the top for a little bit on ES. I wouldn't say big. A fair size pullback could be in order. Now, fair size could be 50 points. Fair size could be 100 points. Fair size could be 200 or 300 points. I don't know yet what we're in store for. This is a highly cautious topping area. All right, please. I've been beating that drum for a couple weeks now. We are in the process of topping. Now, in Q, when I zoom out a little bit, this is a 4 hour chart. When I zoom out a little bit, it looks like this pattern has a little bit more to go, and this could result in a sizable pullback of upwards of 300 points on NQ. And we did see a nice big fat pullback right there off of that warning. And then we've shot up. We could see another one of those sizable pullbacks, potentially even up to 500, 600 points pullback, and then see another extension. We get to this point, watch out, baby. This thing can retrace really big, really hard, really fast. We're getting near the end game here on the move up. Everything kind of getting played out. Looking like we're going to get this bigger wave 2 type retrace. And we'll cover it here on the chart. Over here, let's pop on to ES. And this thing's looking a little played out here. Like we're going to reverse off of this and get that bigger pullback. Now that bigger pullback, run a fib really quickly from the lowest low up to, let's say it hits like 4320 right there, 4300-ish right in there. That fib can take us all the way down to this 3800 area right in here. Potentially as low as 3700. All right. This thing can roll big time. And that could take a while. It could take a little while. Then we can bounce there and go higher. All right. Morning, Patrick. please be careful. All right, we're nearing the end game here, not nearing the beginning of the next big bull run. This is probably nearing the end of this first move. It's a big sloppy move, and we could get a deeper correction than this. It could break support and go for an extension. Extensions could be down to like 3,200, 3,000 even. Where's, pretty bad case scenario, down to 2,700. We could see extensions if this is a bearish move. All right, please be careful. Please be careful. Aaron, morning. NQ, look, getting that. We've gone exponential. All right, probably not going to go much higher than here on this kind of move without getting a major correction. This thing's gone exponential. Pop up there. It's going to come back down hard and fast. All right, hard and fast. At this point, all these things move up just a little bit. We can correct down to that 12,000 area on NQ, possibly even as low as 11.2. If we start breaking that, could go down to 9,000. I mean, that's going to hurt. That's the air coming out of big tech if we go do that. I don't see that as the most likely scenario. I think we bounce, but exponential moves tend to lead to sharp corrections. Please be careful. Russell is not participating. This is like a red flag right here. These are the small caps. These are, if you're not sure what NQ is, that's QQQ. You're not sure what ES is, that's S&P 500 SPY. All right. Not sure what RTY is, that's IWM, small caps. This thing is still sitting in the box. It's not moving. Money is not flowing into small caps. Money, like this is a big red flag because the economy, the first movers in the economy are the small caps. All right. So this is looking more like some sort of blow off top situation that we're getting into before a bigger correction takes place. This is making me really nervous right now. Oil rolling. This is actually, I think I'm going to go short on oil at the open, or just, after I get done with the stream here. Looking for a deeper move here. Probably my weapon of choice is probably going to be SCO. This thing up another 60 cents since I pulled it up just about 20 minutes ago. Probably going to get an extension higher. Could go to 35. Be pretty sweet on some options. Be careful. Don't risk a lot of money. This thing is a volatile, crazy sucker. There's the open right there. GC continuing to pull back and get some lag on the opening demand. Probably going to come down and touch the roadmap line right down in here. Bitcoin, goodness, lag. Everybody must be loading trading you. Bitcoin continuing to consolidate right up here at the top of the range. I'd love to see that break out and run. Did not actually hit the roadmap line, came up short, but we do have, if you want to know more about that, check it out. I talked about it yesterday, the whole live stream yesterday, the whole morning monster was on crypto. Dollar looking like it may retrace here, showing signs of weakness to go higher, just like we did back here. Could get one more little spike up, and then probably going to roll. AVGO, wow. That's a big dollar stock making a giant move up. I'd be cautious. We're getting to extensions here. Yeah. That's the 1618. I would be cautious. It's going to take a lot more energy to get up to 1,000. Netflix, beautiful pop, almost to the bottom of the orange box. That's the 1272. 436 would be the highest I would expect it to pop right now before we get a retrace. Be careful. NVIDIA, also trying to get up here to extensions here. 460 area, probably the highest I would expect it to go right now without a major retrace. You see a lot of these things need a retrace to go higher. You can't just keep going up. You just can't. Like, it's just not the way the market works. These things will come up and they'll exhaust, and then they'll get a large retrace. Large, big, fast. Everybody's going to think it's scary, end of the world times. Please be careful. MSTR, yeah, trying to break out. This one can actually run on Bitcoin breaking out higher. Bitcoin's being a laggard a little bit. Now, I think that Bitcoin possibly was leading this whole move. We topped out back here with like an exponential top, then we came down sharp and did a bigger correction. That may be what Big Tech and S&P 500 do. Like, this may be leading by about a month and a half, maybe 2 months. That was April 15th. Now we're in May 30th, about a month and a half or so. That could be what we're in store for on NASDAQ, and that's QQQ or SPY. What could be in store for this bigger correction. Please, 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 please be careful. The account you save may be your own. Now, looking like I busted through that target right up here. That bigger target, that's probably going to be exhaustion right there around 550. I would not expect a whole lot more. SOXX, it's probably getting to be extensions. These things are all getting played out very, very, very quickly. SOXL, look at that one. Almost to the target right there at 25. Conservative target 27. Aggressive target 33 based on the head and shoulders pattern. It can retrace back to here before, the classic pattern that I'll talk about over and over. We pop up, get the 1272, retrace back to the 100%, and then get the extension. All right. And that extension is based on a measured bounce back here, not on the retrace that it did right here, which we're actually coming up at the 200 and 272 right there. So it may find some significant resistance here, pull back before it can go higher. But this is a leverage thing. The leverage things don't always play with my fib levels. So FNGU, that's looking a little crazy too. Getting some crazy extensions. This makes me very nervous for a larger pullback than we would normally see. ASML, right to the target, finally pushing on through. Probably 760, 760 is probably the upper end resistance right there. Tesla, trying to bust through the roadmap line here. It's resistance up here around 250, 240, 250 on the big downtrend line. This thing could pop up there and roll over. Now, a little bit of opportunity for money to flow into Tesla. CRM, yeah, that next move potentially as high as, say, 235. Got a little bit of room extra to go. FN, that's a crazy looking move back up. Finding some resistance at the resistance right there. Imagine that. Resistance at the resistance. See where 618 comes in? Right there. And right where it stalled out. Gets through there, it can head on up to about 152, possibly 169. Meta, trucking on up, might fill that gap, but it also has moved significantly and needs another one of these little retraces right here. Probably going to do another one, maybe back to the bottom of the box before we can get the energy to go on up to the top of the box. CRWD, that's probably looking extended also. Yeah, extended on that move off that pullback, but off the bigger, larger, it still has lots of room to go, but it probably needs a smaller scale pullback to keep on going. QQQ, like I said, looking like that one might be played out soon. AI, earnings coming up. That was a monster pop. Extensions up here to 46. I would be careful if we get up to 46. It's got to come down again. Looks pretty good though. I mean, higher targets, 46, possibly 54. COHR, working on a reversal here. Need to get above these highs. That can reverse right there. That can be resistance. Gets above this high, probably out to 51, 58, then another retrace before we can go even higher. Then DLR, Not bad. Coming up, testing the roadmap line higher than right here, but stuck in that resistance from right there. Draw a few things. Right there, you see that resistance worked up right in there. Got to get through that to get higher. 131, 143 on the upside. All right, that's kind of a highlight of what's moving so far. Pre-market, of course, the market did open. Good luck out there. This evening, 5 p.m., 30 minutes of awesome. I will review your chart request for 30 minutes. And bias for the day, cautiously bullish. S&P can rally up to this 4,300 area. It can. But remember the charts I showed at the beginning there. We're getting to some extensions here. These are places where we can see some reversals before that final move. I think we're getting close to the end of this move before we get a bigger, deeper correction. So please be careful. Stay on your toes. Don't go all in long. This is the point where I would start booking profit. If you don't have profit, I'm sorry you missed out. This is probably the end of the move. This is not the time to jump in. The risk. I talked about this Thursday. What's going to kill you more? What's going to hurt? What's going to keep you up? If you get in now and this thing pulls back 15, 20, 30%, or if you miss out, you stay out, stay on the sideline and miss that little blow off top. Is missing the little blow off top going to keep you up at night? Or is riding this thing down into a correction going to keep you up at night? Think about it. Jumping in now, you can ride the correction. Or we're just working on the last little bits of this thing before a bigger, deeper correction. I've been right on this before. I may not be right now, but history's on my side. Please freaking be careful. I'll see you guys at 5 p.m. for 30 minutes of awesome. And if you want to come chat with me all day, links in Discord. Come hit me up and have a great day. The account you